been informed that in high school, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas has been registered a mass shooting, with 17 deaths confirmed. Listen to our report and our comment section with our panelists.
Stop mass shooting!
Stop the mass shooting! Stop mass shooting!
Stop mass
Stop the violence!
Stop mass
Stop
shooting!
violence!
No more guns! 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 No more!
Leaders of these strikes about guns. So, Andrea, can you please tell us, are you against or in favor of these guns and mass shooting?
I'm against having a gun, but I'm in pro-regulation because many people believe that if they have a gun, they will be safe. And also, people want to be in equal conditions with the government.
Well, thank you. And what is your opinion? Why are you against having guns?
I'm against massive shooting, lack of regulation, and lack of safety. According to the latest data of the Gun Violence Archive, just in the first few months of 2018, more than 1,800 people died because of mass shootings. That's equal to 40 deaths per day.
Well, that's a lot, and that's like really important in order to know how to address this issue that some people think that it's just an illusion, but it is not. The facts that are saying from what Andrea is saying is like really important. And do you think that this is a majority opinion, or is it just an opinion of a group?
Of course, this is a majority opinion. 80% of American citizens support the idea of having a tighter control in gun permit. Also, 81% wants the minimum age to buy a weapon to be 21 years old, and 68% of Americans want to get rid of military rifles.
Okay, well, and finally, knowing all of this data, do you think that is it a whole responsibility of the government, or is it also responsibility of the media and or everything that's going on in the, like, for example, TV series, etc.?
Well, in my opinion, this is a cultural factor, and if you take away these factors that are the guns, you will take away, of course, the cultural of American citizens. But still, this is an issue that the government needs to tackle.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. We're going back to the studio with Marco Retail and have a panel with our specialists. Thank you for listening to us.
Now today in the Minutti News channel, we have three experts on the topic to follow up this armed conflict. Dr. Ove Sohan from Princeton, Dr. Cadwell from Yale, and the famous historian Dr. Lopez. Today the dynamic will consist on Dr. Lopez presenting the Second Amendment issue and from its implementation, and then both doctors are going to debate about the topic from a historical point of view and the current situations. Okay?
Thank you for those kind words, Marco. The Second Amendment, in historical points of view, it says in the Constitution of the U.S., a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of the free state, to the right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What does that mean in our terms? It means that the U.S. people, the American people, have the right to bear arms. Let's go back a few years to understand how this started and how it began. So as we know, the 13 colonies were part of the British. So when they got tired of being part of the Brits, they decided to begin their independence. And how they began their independence was with arms, with guns and arms that were actually like how we use them today. Obviously not as refined as we use them today, but they were. So who implemented that was James Madison, with the original proposal of the Second Amendment was to provide the power to the states and militia. With that being said, was that what we know today as the militia and who bear arms was the National Guard. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that introduction, Dr. Lopez. Now, doctors, with that point of view, how do you feel about the Second Amendment? Dr. Cadwell, you have a word.
I think it's important to recognize that we're talking about current and historical perspectives today, and looking at a historical perspective related to the current, I think it's important to realize, as you touched on, the interpretations of the Constitution, and the fact that there are strict and both loose interpretations of the Constitution. The loose are things that people say that could apply beyond what is stated in the Constitution. What you said is a well-regulated militia that gives people the right to bear arms. Now, I think it's important to look at what's explicitly stated, which is the right for people to bear arms. And as far as militia, I think it's important to realize also that history repeats itself. And what we considered a militia then might not be what a militia is today. But we still have many forms of riots and many forms of reasons why we should have guns, you know? It might not be the Brits and the independents, which we clearly already have, but we still have these same issues. So I think we shouldn't look beyond what's explicitly stated, which is that people have the right to have these guns, and that's why I'm pro gun.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Cadwell. Dr. Obasohan, you have the word now. Same question.
Thank you. I think in the Constitution and the amendment, it explicitly states that we have the right to militia, but never states that individuals, that all of us have the right to a gun. And in addition, more than double the amount of Americans died in 2016 alone to gun violence than the entire amount of soldiers that died in the Revolutionary War. That just shows that there's a problem. In addition, when the writers of the Second Amendment wrote the Second Amendment, they didn't have weapons like we do now. It wasn't possible to kill dozens and dozens of people. They didn't have to consider that. So now that we have this knowledge, we now have to consider that. And liberty is a two-way street. They have the liberty for a gun, but at the same time, we have the liberty to live.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Obasohan. Okay, to conclude, what influences your position, and can you both provide a possible solution from your stance? And how is it going to work compared to other countries? Dr. Cadwell, you have the word.
We hate the mass shootings that happen, we hate the school shootings, we hate the church shootings that are a result of this, but enforcing stricter gun laws and repealing the Second Amendment, or what it may have it, is not going to stop or solve this issue, because those who are doing these things are people who don't abide the law, who have illegally have possessions of the guns, or people that mishandle them. Aligning strict laws is not going to solve this issue. If you look at Chicago, who has more stricter guns, they have the worst death rates. So I mean, this is not going to solve that issue, and people still obtain these guns
At the end
through
of the
other.
day, I hear you, Dr. Caldwell, but that's not true. If you look at the Las Vegas shooter, he had no criminal record, and he killed 58 people in that club.
But he illegally obtained that gun. He illegally obtained that gun. So adding strict laws is not going to solve the people. It's only going to limit law-abiding
The
citizens.
Texas church shooter, church shooter, he was not allowed to have a gun.
Exactly. He illegally obtained it. That is the point.
Wait, listen to me.
That is the point. He illegally obtained. So you adding restrictions is not going to solve this.
That's a lie, because you can
It's
lie.
not a lie.
You can lie and obtain a gun.
Did you not just say you were not supposed to have a gun?
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. You just had to reduce your answer to one solution. What do you propose? Dr. Cadwell, you have the word.
As you said, he wasn't supposed to have this gun, which means he was illegally obtained. The only thing that you can do about this to try to remotely solve this issue is to look at more detailed issues of the process, which would be more things about looking at gun permits, which would be looking at people's backgrounds to see if they've had a record of things, you know? So sometimes people change their minds and do things that we can't understand yet. So you need to look at smaller details of the process, you know, that's the only thing you can do.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Cadwell. Dr. Obasohan, what's your answer?
You know what? If you want to believe that people can obtain guns and the only way to obtain them is illegally, that's just not fact. Because you can lie and obtain it illegally. That's
You
fact.
said he.
At the end of the day, Dr. Caldwell, I'm talking. At the end of the day, these guns are the problem. If you change your mind and get them illegally, the reason why is that we have guns. The reason why 70% of the guns that were obtained in Mexico come from the U.S. is because we make guns. Guns are the issue, and the only way to solve it is the
Okay, thank you both of you. Well, thank you all three of you for coming here today. It is with no doubt a controversial situation. Well, leave us your comments in our media pages, and don't forget to see us tomorrow in your favorite channel, the Minutti.